was an inside job.
Most of your constituents want stop the genocide, stop the Holocaust.
The Democrats want the ceasefire. The Democrats want the ceasefire. The Democrats want the ceasefire.
Yeah, things aren't going so well for Nancy Pelosi. Those are some pro-Palestinian protesters confronting Pelosi right outside of her house. But what you just saw there was actually a microcosm of what's happening to the Democrat Party as a whole. They're imploding, and for good reason. We're going to see what the betting markets are predicting for 2024 and why things are going from bad to worse for bumbling Biden. And the Democrats are going to absolutely love this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, gang, you may have heard about President Trump issuing a rather dire warning about America and the very thing we all depend on to live, and that's the U.S. dollar. Now, if Trump's warning does come true, this could be, in his words, bigger than losing any war. But if Trump's prediction is right, and as we know, he's been right about a lot of things, and we do end up losing our status as the world's reserve currency, just imagine how that could impact your retirement savings and your quality of life. So that's why you should take Trump's warning very seriously by clicking on the link below right now and going to turleywarning.com, because there you're going to see what thousands of Americans are doing to help protect their savings before it's too late. Plus, you're going to love this. When you click on that link, you're going to even see how to get up to $10,000 in free silver to protect your savings. But don't wait. We may not have long if Trump's prophecy comes true. So hurry up, click on that link, or go to turleywarning.com right now. Polymarket, which is credited as the world's largest prediction market, is giving its betting odds for 2024. And let's just say it's going to make MAGA forces very, very happy. As for the Republican nomination, Polymarket is predicting Trump has a 95% chance of securing the nomination, whereas Biden actually has an 85% chance. They're a bit more hesitant on whether he's going to eventually be their party's nominee. And for the general election, look at this. Trump has a 55% chance of being the next president as compared to Biden's 39% chance. That's a 16-point advantage for Trump in terms of the betting odds. Now, interestingly enough, Michelle Obama was actually added in there amidst rumors she might get coronated by the Democrats later on in the summer. Her predictive chances actually stand right now at just 2%. The extraordinary news, of course, is the predictive dominance of Trump, and we can see exactly why, as I showed you yesterday. Trump is now officially leading Biden in the polling by more than ever. This according to the Real Clear Politics average, which aggregates all of the polling out there. According to the RCP, Trump is beating Biden by 4.3%. Again, what's so key here is that Trump never led Biden in any of the polling, let alone the RCP average back in 2020. But now Trump is absolutely dominating the polling. Of the last 8 polls that have been taken over the last 2 weeks, national polls, Trump is beating Biden in every single one of them. Every single one, with their own methodologies, their own sampling sizes and weights, it doesn't matter. Every single poll shows Trump crushing Biden. The latest Reuters poll has Trump leading Biden by 6 nationally. Just a month ago, they were tied. So this is what I mean. There is a clear double movement here. Trump is surging and Biden is collapsing. Again, this is corroborated by the latest Messenger poll that has Trump up by 7. 7, gang, nationally. And one of the reasons why the Democrats are absolutely freaking out over this is because pollsters predict that Trump would easily win the Electoral College vote by coming within 3 points of Biden nationally. So even if Biden led Trump by 3, Trump would still be able to win the Electoral College vote. Gang, according to some of these polls, Trump is 10 points higher than where he needs to be to win the Electoral College. According to the RCP average, he's now 7 points over where he needs to be. So make no mistake, Democrats are flipping out over this. They literally can't believe, they never imagined in their worst nightmares that Trump would be dominating Biden by this much so early in the race. And so now even never Trumper publications like the Washington Examiner are openly asking, why is Trump's messaging so on point? What's the secret sauce to this dominance? And it really does come down to this notion of Trump being uniquely what Dick Morris calls a hybrid candidate. Trump is part incumbent and part candidate, or as Rich Barris puts it, he's both incumbent and insurgent. When all is said and done, Trump, unlike any other candidate, has a proven record that he can appeal to that's infinitely better than Biden's. But unlike Biden, he's new. He's not the incumbent. He's new. He's an insurgent that can change the disastrous policies that have been put in place by this incompetent Biden administration. So everywhere Trump goes, he can point to success after success after success as a proven track record for getting our nation back on track. Again, Byron York of the Washington Examiner, no friend of Trump, he puts it this way. Trump is surging precisely because he has the simplest campaign pitch in the world. 1, things were good when I was president. 2, everything went to hell in a handbasket when Biden became president. 3, elect me and I'll make things good again. Make America great again. That's the whole campaign. When I was president, we had peace abroad and prosperity at home. Biden came in and gave us endless wars and domestic depression. Vote for me and I will restore precisely that peace and prosperity. And Byron York admits this simple message is clearly resonating with the vast majority of voters. This is the advantage Trump has as being a hybrid candidate. And it's an advantage that even the Democrats are tacitly admitting. Every time they indict him, every time they accuse him of wanting to be a dictator, they're openly admitting that they cannot possibly compete with his record. I mean, think about it. They know that no voter buys the notion that were Trump to win re-election, that inflation would go higher, that the border would become even more of a mess, that the international world order would unravel even further. Democrats know you're not that stupid. They know that. I assure you, they beta tested it with voter panels. I assure you of that. They know Trump is crushing them on the issues. And so they've been left with no choice but to try to distract you from all the dictator nonsense and Taylor Swift nonsense to boot. But clearly, as we can see, it's not working. The betting markets are overwhelmingly siding with Trump based on the consistent polling showing that voters want to change. As far as they're concerned, they gave Biden his chance. Now it's time to go back with what so clearly and awesomely worked. As many of you know, we have unfortunately been completely and totally demonetized, which is putting our daily communication with one another at risk like never before. Now, we are actively working on getting this resolved, but as things stand, this channel has, without any warning, been totally and completely demonetized. And as Elon Musk said so powerfully last week, the whole point of these demonetization efforts is to deliberately try to make us patriots feel like we're all alone. They want to sever our relationship with each other and force on us a kind of digital solitary confinement so as to demoralize us and discourage us like never before. But to their horror, it's not working. Over this past week, you have carried this channel like never before. We've had more people than ever make the courageous decision to bypass big tech and join our Insiders Club. We have direct access to one another that can never be interrupted by big tech overlords. Over the last 7 days, we've seen literally thousands of you come to our rescue. And you've done it in 2 ways. You've signed up for our free newsletter and you've officially joined our Insiders Club. Those 2 acts alone are enough for us to collectively stand together and never, ever have our relationship severed. So I'm inviting the rest of you to do the same today, just by clicking on that link below and signing up for our newsletter and joining our Insiders Club. You are guaranteeing that there is nothing that big tech can do to get between us and make us feel like we're in a digital solitary confinement. It's as simple as clicking on the link below right now and opting into our free email newsletter. And once you do that, you can financially support us by joining our Insiders Club. Gang, from the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank you enough for your support during a time like this. You are my heroes, and it will be my mission to express my appreciation for every single one of you each and every week.